Hello guys, welcome to the reading. This reading will be for Alec Baldwin. I'm going to be using these three decks to look into what's going on with him. Before I begin the reading, I'm going to shuffle these three decks rather, excuse me, so I don't have to keep shuffling throughout the reading. So that'll be interesting. Also, please press the like button, subscribe if you aren't, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about the video. I've done readings on his daughter, so that's cool. So he's going through a transformation. You know, he's definitely going through a transformation. But this transformation has been traumatizing. So, I mean, I guess that's a good sign because what happened is a traumatizing situation. So, I mean, I guess that's cool that he's traumatized instead of like being like blasé about it. There's a conflict though. It's definitely a conflict. You know, it has to do with his growth. So that's interesting. I'm also seeing that he's been exhausted. You know, he's been busy with work, busy with trying to get the gears in motion for different operations that he's involved in. All this trauma, all this sort of like negative publicity, all this situations, he's trying to heal from. You know, he's reaching inwardly to help sort of like tune his energy. So I'm getting so far like he's like a normal dude. I'm not getting any sort of like, you know, crazy conspiracy shit just yet. I might have spoken too soon. Now then, you know what they say about that's funny how it just like switched up. But you know what they say happens during this month of like October and the whole Halloween situation. You know, if you're caught up in what they say, I'll just say that much. So, you know, something has been going on though. You know what I mean? Someone has been sort of like, how do I say this? They've been in their potions trying to like, you know, do something. You know, what they've been doing has been deceitful. So something in this situation is very deceitful, and something about what happened to that lady seems too much of a coincidence for it to be natural. So that's fascinating. I don't know if that's his vibe or what's going on there, but yeah, that's deep, you know? So this definitely wanted to come out as one of the header energies because I'm going to be using 3 for his situation. So it's like, you know, he tries to come across as a innocent, sort of like old man, you know, that's about his work. But he's involved in chaos. You know, that type of chaos at that. So that's interesting. But this situation is layered though. So yeah, that's what's coming through. This situation is definitely layered. So I wouldn't just put him at the top of what's going on, you know, because what happened to that lady didn't come from like, wasn't ordered from his lips. It wasn't sort of like it wasn't done because he wanted to do it. You know, he didn't get joy from doing it, you know. But you know, this is showing me sort of like different levels to a situation, you know. So the truth is deep. The truth isn't just, oh, this guy is a monster or something like that. You know, he might have done something that was fucked up, But this thing has so much layers to it behind the scenes that it's almost like if someone that has authority over you, puts something in your hand and says, okay, I want you to do it, or else, you're going to do it, obviously, unless, you want that or else. So I'm getting that type of vibe, so this is fascinating. I thought I was just going to get like a normal reading, but apparently, this shit had to come up. So yeah, it's fucked up, but what happened was a scheduled happening. You know what I mean? It's like the sun is showing me that, what has happened was like part of the season situation that is meant to happen. So yeah, that's what it is. Unfortunate for the lady. Also, if you would like to have a reading done by me, how to go about that will be in the description box. Okay. I was trying to be done shuffling. Yeah, it's showing me that he's mixed in to some shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's kind of just like, from seeing it at a distance, it seems like it's just a him situation. But there's different things that's connected to him that's going on with his situation, And, it's kind of just like when you're an initiate to a certain situation, different things has to happen, There's different processes, once you're initiated, And, yeah, he's not happy about it. Yeah, it's conflict, like, within, He's, like, traumatized and hurt by the whole situation. But it's because of what he's connected to, So that's interesting. There's really not much to see, I guess, about this thing, but I'm gonna go into it anyway. Okay. So let's start with the reading. I guess the reading's been started. So yeah, that's some sort of like judgment that's gone on. You know what I mean? This judgment is about to bring him a lot of money, So it's kind of like, yeah, what happened was fucked up, but for whatever reason, he's going to be getting a lot of money for this situation. He's going to have all sorts of like material wealth and things happening in his favor, at least behind the scenes is what's being shown. So let's look at this deceit. What's going on there? Yeah, he feels really bad, It's kind of like, this is something that he's going to have to heal from for a long time, you know what I mean? Or at least, I don't know if it's going to be a long time, but, this is something that's really traumatizing, that's broken him down, And he's almost, it's like he's feeling bad about what he's associated with. Like, he feels trapped. You know what I mean? You see like all these bars and shit. He's not really trapped though. Like, it's like he can leave at any time. I don't know how, because you would think once you're in these sorts of situations, you'll be trapped for life. But it's like, he can leave, but I see what's going on now. If he leaves, he's going to be stripped of a lot of shit. So it's like what he's associated with, it's like, yeah, he can leave, but it's gonna fuck him up in the long run. So, let's see what's going on with this transformation and all that. I'll use this deck actually. Yeah, it's kind of like, with this sort of like, how do I phrase this? This 3 at the top, this 1, 2, 3, it's symbolic of like some real fucked up shit. You know what I mean? Like doing something really shady. But what's comforting him is kind of like the things that he's been rewarded with after this situation. So he's been rewarded with something. I don't know what that is. but it's like he's almost like, you know, like how when a brat crosses their arms and they're just like, you know, feeling all like irritated or something, but it's kind of like they're happy at the same time. So something is comforting him during this time. I don't know what that can be. It's like, yeah, he feels really fucked up about this situation, you know, but that whole situation that went down with that lady, you know, he's trying to get over it real fast. You know, I don't blame him, you know, as far as that goes. Like, you know, if something real fucked up happens, you don't just want to linger in that vibe. So let's see what's going on there. So this would be like the full type of energy, but this is, I'm getting like the Magician. So it's like, you know, again, what month are we in? You know, we're in October, right? And you know what they say happens during October with magicians and situations like that. So, you know, he's just doing his job, basically. So, yeah, I'm going to do a card for each row and just leave it at that. It's not nothing really happening, you know, besides the obvious, I guess. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, again, it's just confirming the situation. You see the black and white in this lady hair, you know. He's living a life of duality, you know, in the truest sense of it, at least what they say about these sorts of things, you know, and that's how he's maintaining his growth. So let's look here. I'm getting the energies of abominations, though. So it's kind of like, yeah, this is a fucked up situation for everyone involved, but this is showing me his actions were an abomination. So that's interesting, actually. I don't know if that's coming, like this message is coming from his spirit guides or, you know, a higher power or what. But they're definitely not too happy about what's went on, you know, or what he's involved in. They see it as a abomination. And you know what they say happens to abominations, they get destroyed. So let's see what's going on there. So it's telling me it's kind of like you know, normal people aren't going to know what's going on with this situation. You know what I mean? With this like ocean, it's symbolic of like the planet Neptune. You know, Neptune rules Pisces, and you know, those are kind of like higher octanes. I don't know if I even pronounce that right, of like initiations and shit, and of like deceit. You know, it's kind of just like the ocean is a complete different world compared to the surface world. So it's kind of like whatever anyone's seeing is just like the tip of the iceberg. No one's really not going to understand what's going on, you know. So it's like, you know, unless you're in that world. If you're not in that world, you know, you only get like a small idea of what's happening. So it's showing me like the sun isn't gonna shine light on this situation, so people aren't gonna know basically what's happening with it. But that's just what it is. That's a good, I guess, card to close the reading. Thanks for watching. Please press the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this fuck shit situation that Alec is involved in. Okay, cool.